The Boston Celtics overwhelmed the New York Knicks in the second half to earn a 127-102 victory in Game 5 on Wednesday. The Knicks still lead the series 3-2 with an opportunity to close it out at Madison Square Garden on Friday, 8 p.m. ESPN. New York was in a position to wrap up the series early on Wednesday, but couldn't stop the Celtics duo of Derrick White and Jaylen Brown. The Celtics and Knicks were tied at 59 at halftime, but Boston outscored New York 68-43 in the second half. The Indiana Pacers will play the winner of the series in the Eastern Conference Finals. White scored a game-high 34 points for the Celtics, while Brown added 26 points, 12 assists and 8 rebounds. Boston was without star Jayson Tatum, who suffered a ruptured right Achilles tendon in Monday's matchup. He had surgery on Tuesday and will miss the rest of the postseason. Josh Hart led the Knicks with 24 points in the loss. Jalen Brunson added 22 points. Derrick White and the Celtics built up a lead as large as 15 in the third quarter after outscoring the Knicks 32-17. White produced 13 of his 32 points in the quarter. Jaylen Brown and Josh Hart were called for technical fouls early in the third quarter after some pushing and shoving. The fouls offset. Boston will need to avoid a letdown in the fourth quarter to force the series to a Game 6. Halftime. Knicks 59, Celtics 59. The Knicks led by as many as 9 points in the first half, but the score was tied after 2 quarters of play. Derrick White produced a game-high 19 points in the first half for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown was working toward a triple-double with 17 points, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Brown went 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Jalen Brunson had a team-high 13 points and 5 assists for the Knicks. Josh Hart had 12 points. 1Q. Knicks 32, Celtics 30. Mikal Bridges was the Knicks' leading scorer with 7 points. Josh Hart scored 4 points in the first quarter. Hart drove toward the basket when his face made contact with Luke Kornet's elbow. The contact created a gash above the left eye of Hart, which began bleeding. He was initially headed back to the locker room before quickly returning to the bench because he had to shoot free throws. Hart had some blood on his uniform and quickly changed on the bench before attempting both free throws. Derrick White scored 14 points for the Celtics in the first quarter while Jaylen Brown was limited to just 5 points. Brown did have 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Will Jayson Tatum play for Celtics in Game 5? Jayson Tatum will miss the rest of the postseason after suffering a right Achilles rupture. He had surgery on Tuesday. According to the Celtics official X account, Tatum is expected to make a full recovery, but a timetable for his return to the court was not provided. Knicks starting lineup versus Celtics. Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges started for the Knicks in Game 5 on Wednesday. Celtics starting lineup versus Knicks. Derrick White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis started for the Celtics in Game 5 on Wednesday.